devastating news just being reported by Shams is that Jamal Murray has officially had a torn ACL in his left knee. This is obviously a season-ending injury, and this is just absolutely devastating. I really have no words for what's going on right now. A lot of you guys don't know this, but my second favorite team is actually the Denver Nuggets. I actually watch a lot of their games. I watch most of them, I would say. I think I've only missed around like 5 games this season, and I love watching Jamal Murray play. I've seen his entire development since he's gotten out of Kentucky, and offensively he just has no holes. He can do anything he wants to do. He can finish at the rim, mid-range shots, floaters, threes, free throws. Like, he can do it all. So I just love to watch Jamal Murray play. He's one of the best young players in the entire NBA, and to see him go down with a torn ACL is so devastating. Before we get into today's video, yo, what is up guys, it's your boy and I'm back here giving y'all another banger. And since I'm giving y'all another banger, if y'all could go ahead and drop a like on this video, it'd be much appreciated, and please subscribe if you enjoy basketball content. But like I was saying, Jamal Murray obviously now has a season-ending injury. This is just awful news. You saw that the Denver Nuggets were really struggling earlier on in the season, and I think that's because they lost Jeremy Grant, who is balling out over there in Detroit. He's really doing his thing. I think he's a great young star in this league, and the fact that they lost him, even though they can match his salary, was a big loss for them. They were struggling very, very hard. I think at one point they were barely even 500 earlier in the season, and that's because they had that lost production from Jeremy Grant. But at the trade deadline, you know, they really did come out aggressive, and they made a move for Aaron Gordon, and he's really stepped up and sort of gave in that production that they lost when it comes to Jeremy Grant. They started winning. Obviously, Nikola Jokic has been playing at an MVP level, and you know, you have Jamal Murray, who is, you know, the sidekick to him, and then you also have Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap. You just look at this team and it's like they are legitimate threats in the West when healthy. They really started to win games, and they were really going on a good stretch of basketball at this point, and to see Jamal Murray go down with a torn ACL is just so devastating. Obviously, things like this are just going to be more commonplace because it is a 72 game schedule, which means more games are going to be played in a shorter time span. It's just very unfortunate. Injuries are going to be high. You can see a lot of teams are being hit with injuries, so you just have to hope that your players stay healthy. It's a weird season with weird things happening, so you just have to hope at the end that your team gets healthy and they don't suffer any big injuries moving forward. And the thing about Jamal Murray's injury is that not only does it impact this season, because obviously their championship hopes just went way down with Jamal Murray going out, because you can't really win without one of your key pieces. One of the key pieces who was the reason why you even got to the Western Conference Finals, because Jamal Murray dropped a 40 piece on the Los Angeles Clippers in a game 7. That's absolutely crazy. So you lost that key piece in Jamal Murray where he can just hit shots and give you crazy production and scoring and get others involved, not just for this season, but even next season, because when you think about it, it's probably going to take him a full year to get healthy. So by the time he's healthy next season, it'll be April. It'll still be around, you know, just right before the playoffs. Maybe he can come in and it'll just be a very easy transition for him, but other times, you know, it can be a little bit rough. So this really does impact the Denver Nuggets winning chances for the next 2 seasons, which is just so heartbreaking. The Denver Nuggets are one of the best young teams in the entire NBA, and I don't think that's even a controversial statement. I truly do believe that in the next 5 years, they're probably going to win 2 championships just because of how much talent they have. They might even go on to build a dynasty just because of how much young talent they have on their squad. Like, if they really stay together and they can also make a trade for somebody else or sign a free agent, they could really be a problem. But even if they don't do that, just with the star power they have just on the roster itself is enough to win a championship. So obviously this is going to probably impact the Denver Nuggets standings. They're probably going to start losing some games. They're probably going to fall a little bit. Nikola Jokic is probably going to have to take on a lot more just because Jamal Murray is gone, or at least someone else like Michael Porter Jr. or someone's going to have to step up and really take on that production because Jamal Murray is going to be gone, and you're going to have to adjust without Jamal Murray for a very long time, which is just a very sad thing to see. And the thing that makes this injury just so heartbreaking is that Jamal Murray going into that game already was suffering from knee soreness. He was already having knee soreness going into the game, so the fact that he already landed on it awkwardly, it just re-aggravated it. It was just a bad sequence of events. It was just so unfortunate the way this happened, and it's just heartbreaking to see for Jamal Murray. I really am hoping that he has a speedy recovery. I want Jamal Murray out there playing because we want all the stars playing. So if Jamal Murray is, for whatever reason, ever coming across this, I hope he has a speedy recovery, and I do hope that he is back on the NBA floor quickly. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much. If you listened this far, please drop a like on this video. It'd be much appreciated, and please subscribe if you enjoy basketball content. Please check out my other videos if you enjoy basketball, and please comment down below what you think about this entire situation overall. But without further ado, guys, I am out. Peace.